Hello and welcome to the Goodwill Leader 360 Dynamic Dashboard in the Admin Console. Once you've completed a Goodwill Leader 360 survey, you'll be given a link to your dynamic dashboard so that you may review your data. So in this case, once you click on the link, you'll see something that looks like this. And of course, at the top, we're going to see a high-level overview of our score. As we scroll down, we'll start to see information about how to read and interpret our report, information about the Goodwill Leader 360 model, the scoring mechanism, and other things before we actually reach the data itself. So here we have all the demographic data summarized with these pie charts here. And then we'll get down into the real substance of the report, which is all of the questions that are broken down or organized by each of the components of the Goodwill Leader model. So let's take a look at this pair right here. So we've got a bar chart and a table that both summarize the questions, each of the individual questions. So the bar chart's a good visual representation of the distribution or the frequency of the answers that were provided. And then down in this table below, we see that same data where we're going to see the counts and percentages for each of the options that were available. And we've also got the average and positivity scores. And of course, the greener the score, the better it is, and it goes all the way down to red for the more poor scores. Now, if we want to look into this data a bit deeper, then we can look over in the sidebar, and let's start with this compare category up top. I'm going to click on the participant group demographic category, and we should see the data refresh. And now we're organizing this table by the individual scores for all of the demographic categories. So we've got superior, direct report, peer, and colleague. And if we scroll up, we're going to see those same things repeated in the scatter plot here. So we can see each of the demographic categories plotted there. And if we wanted to, for example, organize this table with the scores high to low, I can click here. And we're going to see that now on the left side of the table is going to be our highest scoring demographic subcategory, and then it's going to taper off down to, at the right side, the lowest scoring. And I'm looking at this grand average row down here. So let's pick another one just for fun. Let's do work duration. So we can see that, and I'll have to reset my sorting here to the high to low. We'll see that this individual scored highest with people that had been there 1 to less than 5 years, or had worked with them 1 to less than 5 years. So now I'm going to go up and click this reset button way up at the top, and that's going to bring us back to our default view. And now let's look at this slicing mechanism here. So if I wanted to look at only, for example, the superiors, I can click on that button here, and now I'm filtering this data down to only the 4 individuals that responded as superiors to my Goodwill Leader 360. And we could take it a step further, and for example, I want to look at both superior and direct report categories. So now we're up to 16. And we can even cross over the demographic categories and say I want to see all people who are either a direct report or a superior and are a male. And now we can see that we've filtered it down to 12, so from 16 to 12. And this is really how you can explore your data and start looking into trends among each of the demographic subcategories that you've set at the beginning of your survey and develop a deeper understanding of your survey data. And I'll click on this reset button here, and that'll bring us back to our default view. And let's just scroll down through the rest of this report. And keep in mind that the Priority Thinking team is always available to help you better understand your data and also help you come up with a development plan as you look to improve on the areas of weakness and strengthen the areas in which you scored well. So thank you for watching, and we hope this is a good tutorial on how to use our Goodwill Leader 360 Dynamic Dashboard.